The best way to eliminate stress in your life might be to actually do things that stress you out. And the reason I say this is because when we avoid doing something and you put it off and you say, well, I'm not going to check the mail today because maybe there's going to be a bill in there, and I'm not going to look at my finances because I think my stock portfolio is down this week and I don't want to look at it. And, you kind of just put off stuff, right? Like we've all done it. Or maybe it's, I'm not going to make my bed and fold my laundry today because I guess I could do that tomorrow. Whatever, right? Like stuff like that. It just creates this sort of mental baggage. And now you just have this passive list of things that you need to do. They're things that you promised yourself you'd do. They're things that you're going to get around to. They're not really urgent, but they're important enough that you keep them on your list of things to do. But every single one of those things is basically an application running in the background. Your system tray is full of them, and you're just continuing to ignore it. Like, have you ever seen somebody at work and they open, every time they go to a new web page, they open a new tab, and you walk over there and you look at what they're doing and they've got like 200 new tabs open because they haven't ever closed one. Like, man, you need to stop saving everything to your desktop and opening a new tab every time you go to a new page. But it's like that when we procrastinate. We take things which could be small, very low friction activities, just get them done right in the moment, and then we turn them into stressors because we don't deal with them right away. We push the can down the road. Or maybe it's just having a conversation with a person about something that needs to be said. Somebody says something they shouldn't have said, or they do something they shouldn't have done, and you think, well, I guess I should address that. But you don't address it right away. Candidly and honestly, you put it off and you don't say anything, and then it gets worse, and then eventually you have to deal with it, and it's this big deal, Sometimes if you just deal with things up front and you're honest and you're direct and you tell the truth and you face the truth and you never say, I'm going to kind of put my head in the sand and try to avoid having to face the reality of this, then you wind up just looking at things honestly, looking at them exactly as they are without any self-deception. And then you don't have that baggage of saying, well, I'm not going to deal with this today, but I'll do it next week, or I'll do it tomorrow, or something like that. And that's nice. Like, you can just, take some time and know that you've done your share. You've done what you have to do. And there's not really anything else on the to-do list that you need to get taken care of. It's a nice feeling. And once you get in the habit of doing that, then it gets easier. And that urge to procrastinate on things starts to become less and less. And then it just becomes second nature after a while to say, like, I'm gonna wash my dishes after I eat dinner, Then you're not gonna ever have to say, did I do my chore of washing the dishes that have built up in the sink? You just, you take care of the problem before it ever becomes a thing that needs to be added to your to-do list. And if you can eliminate that passive anxiety that comes from unfinished tasks and incomplete promises that you've made to yourself, then all of your energy can be fully devoted to the things that you want to do instead of things that maybe you know you should do and need to do but have not yet actioned. It seems simple, but you'd be surprised how much it can help with your frame of mind to just know, like, your house is clean, your laundry is done, your calendar doesn't have any unfulfilled obligations in it. It's a simple thing you can do. It's just, it takes courage initially for us to be honest with ourselves and to face the reality of life as it is, and to courageously do the things which we know we need to do. Sometimes when you say courage or something like that, you think it's all about, you know, going out guns a-blazing or something, but quite often courage is little everyday things like being able to make yourself go check the mail, or whatever it is that you've been kicking the can down the road on and saying, well, I'll get to it one of these days, you know, or I'll get to it tomorrow. Sometimes courage is just not procrastinating anymore. And every time you have a new win in your book, every time you're able to say, hey, my life is better today than it was when I started the day, then it gets easier and easier to keep the momentum. And after a while, you don't even have to remind yourself so much anymore that you're going to, you know, have discipline to get your to-do list done. You just do it. And then it's frictionless, kind of like getting in your car to go to work. You don't have to remind yourself when to turn. You just do it. And it's no big deal. So always try to clear your calendar, clear your list of obligations, and do those to-dos sooner rather than later. It'll pay you a dividend and less stress, more happiness. And I'll close on this thought. Warren Buffett said that you should do a 25-5 rule. By that he meant make a list of 25 things that are important to you, that you want to make like a life objective, and then get rid of the bottom 20 of those and just focus on the top 5. Now, isn't that an interesting thought? If you said, what are the top 25 things I want to get done? And then you just made a point, I'm only going to focus on the top 5 and get rid of all those other things. Maybe sometimes less is more. Sometimes you don't have to fix every problem, because sometimes it's okay to just acknowledge that not every single thing needs to be your problem at all. As always, best wishes on your adventure. Till next time, thanks so much for watching.